So the first thing they want us to do is actually look at the end result. So you should have already have downloaded the book files that I put into Pilot. So if you did not do that, you do need to go back, maybe pause this video and go back and do that. I suggest, putting it in some kind of folder. So we are going to go up here to File and Open. And mine are on my computer. And I put mine on my desktop in a folder called Wright State University Fall. So I'm going to double click on that, or click on that, depending on how you're viewing it. I'm on a Mac and I'm viewing it currently in Columns. And I have put it in, I just kept it named the same folder that I downloaded. And you can see all the lessons over here, 1 through 15. So basically, for the most part, sometimes we're going to be doing 2 lessons in a week because I might have a whole week that you guys will be working on a project. So I kind of do it that way. So next week, I do know that I have lesson 2 and 3 will be all for week 3. But we're going to go to lesson 1, and we're actually going to look at what this particular assignment should look like when you are done. So we're going to go to this O1 end, and I'm going to say open. It's going to take a minute, and it's going to open it up. So a couple things with bookwork. It doesn't have to look exactly like it does here, okay? I do, if you want to play around, maybe you wanted to play around a little bit with color, or maybe you wanted to play around with font sizes or something like that. I don't need it to be exactly. I'm looking for the key elements here, okay, that the chapter is talking about. So now that I have this open, I want to talk about a couple things. The interface of our document. So over here at the left, we have something called toolbars. Yours may be expanded, yours may not be expanded. Okay, there's a little arrow, 2 little arrows here, and it can make it so that you see them in 2 columns or you can see them in 1 column. Up here, this is the option bar. Each one of these tools in the toolbar has different options. Every time I click on a tool down here, I will get a different option. Click on the paint, I click on the stamp, I click on the eraser tool, I go down here, click on the zoom, okay? On the zoom, I want to mention a couple things. I'm kind of skipping around a little bit in this book, so I might not be going exactly in the order because they will talk about this in a little bit. Zooming will become a very, very important feature for you. And you're going to have to determine how you like to zoom, okay? You can click down here on the magnifying glass, okay? All of these tools, if you hover over each one of them, I do want you to realize that they are going to kind of show you, with a little video that you can hit play, and it's going to show you each one of the tools.
The zoom tool is essential for viewing your images at different.
I highly suggest every tool that we start using, watch one of those videos, especially if you're like, I still don't understand it. They will help you out, okay? A lot of times I will use the shortcut because let's say I'm on the move tool. The move tool shortcut is V, okay? So if I'm on the move tool and I want to get to the zoom tool very quickly, I can just hit Z on the keyboard, and then it will automatically, if you can see this, there is a plus sign inside of that, so that means I can zoom in, okay? Now I can zoom all the way into pixels. Now if I can click and drag upward, that's going to allow me to zoom out. Zooming to the right allows you to zoom in. Zooming to the left allows you to zoom out. And that is because the scrubby zoom is on, okay? If the scrubby zoom is not on and you try to do that, you're going to get a rectangle. So when you draw that rectangle, wherever that rectangle is at, that is going to zoom in to that area. The other way that you can do this is you can hold your Option or Alt key on your keyboard, okay? Alt on a Windows or Option on a Mac, and you can click and that will zoom out, okay? You get a minus on the magnifying glass, and then again, zoom in, zoom out. Lots of different ways to zoom in and out. You can also go up here, and I usually like to have the scrubby zoom on. Again, this is going to be up to you. If you go up here also, you can say fit screen, and it will fit it within the screen. You can say fill screen. Filling the screen will make it so that you don't see any black or any of the artboard that's behind there. Okay, so just little tidbits for, zooming in and out. The last way I want to mention is the navigator. So if we go up here to window and we go down to navigator, I love this tool. Okay, this is a really cool tool too. But you can kind of see where you're at. Okay, so if I zoom in and I'm like, man, what R am I at? And you can't really tell without zooming out. You can look over here at the navigator and there will be a box, okay, that you can actually, move around. And then you can zoom in and out with the slider bar, okay? So lots of different ways. I will tell you with Photoshop, well, with any program, there's always going to be 3 or 4 different ways to do things. So it's going to be up to you to determine which way fits you best. Which way do you like to actually work?